Salmon looks great.
We are back. Kim Haasarud is here, and she is going to teach us how to mix things the right way.
Yes.
Not the wrong way. Don't mean mixing cocktails, but the right pairings of foods and whatnot.
Correct.
So important this time of year when we have that party, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to I know, I'm going to show you some really fun tips to really stretch the dollar and kind of get the biggest bang for the buck.
Okay.
Looks like you guys have already started the champagne.
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't had any. Would you mind cracking this bottle?
Sure. Where's the saber? I want to do it the real way. How
There you go. When
He's going to do it.
All right, here we go.
Really, it's like when you take a rubber band and you do this. Everybody kind of does that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
All these lights? I know, right? Hang on.
I'm standing over here.
Somebody ready to...
All right.
I swear that never happened.
I think Christine did that on purpose. I give it a little tap. So she did it. But anytime I have a New Year's Eve party, I like to buy two types of champagne, right? I like to buy something on the inexpensive end because it has multiple uses. It's very versatile. I can cook with it. I can serve it with cocktails, make a punch. You could drink it all day or drink it all night. And then I can buy that stuff by the case and not feel like I'm breaking the bank. And then I'll have maybe 1 or 2 bottles of like the expensive one, and that's what we toast with.
Wow,
so you
this
might
is
kind of pass that around. So this one, this first food item is fried foods, onion rings. Now,
bring in the onion rings.
Yeah, bring it in.
Oh,
All right.
With ketchup on it. Are they hot? I have one. Can I have one?
Yeah.
Can I have one?
There's something magical about the onion. My boys will not eat onions, but if I make it into a ring and they'll
awesome.
Anything fried is edible.
Yeah.
What would you put? Okay, this is
you wouldn't
fried.
really think of
oily.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think of kind of pairing champagne with onion rings, but they go really well. This is paired with Barefoot Bubbly Brut Cuvée. Brut means there's no sugar. So all the styles, out of all the styles of sparkling wine, Brut means there's 0 sugar. There's also dry and extra dry, which has a little bit of sugar, but not much. But this is, how if you get like a fried plate of calamari and they have a lemon wedge, and you sprinkle that over, because it adds as a nice acidic counterbalance. Champagne is the same thing. So it kind of cleanses the palate after every single bite.
Well, can we taste it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've got. Well, this is have an onion ring and have it with a bite of bubbly. The next one. Now, if you're also feeling a little more splurgy, you can go with the vintage champagne. This is Domaine Carneros. Any vintage champagne goes through another fermentation, which kind of gives it a yeasty breadiness to it, which really complements and actually can make fried food taste better. It's great.
There are some people get headaches after drinking champagne, but there's no sugar. Isn't it usually related?
Yeah, it is. It is. And I think
the bubbles?
Yeah. Everything in moderation, I would think. So if you're eating and you're drinking, and you're drinking water, like with any kind of spirit or cocktail, you should always be drinking water
with
too.
it. Okay.
And again, a Brut is one that you could you have multiple of, and without the sugar, you won't get as much of a hangover.
Or eat more onion.
Right. All right. So the next one is a cheese fondue, which is very simple, inexpensive to make. It needs to be heated up a little bit more.
Okay.
But this is, I actually added a little champagne into that too, which is a really good kind of adds a nice
I never knew
acidity
you
to
could
it.
do that.
Absolutely, and it really gives it a nice sort of little tart component to it. And it's very inexpensive, and I got this kind of set up at Bed Bath & Beyond for like 20 bucks. And it's just a matter of buying little foods that you can dip into it. This is an Italian baguette with some fruits and veggies.
What would you recommend champagne?
And this is a Prosecco. Prosecco is on fire. You can get it anywhere. And this is 10 bucks a bottle. It's really light, very fizzy, dry, great pairing. Another great pairing, too, would be Chandon Rosé. This is probably in the $20 range. This is also a dry rosé. It's not sweet, but it also has some intense flavors of strawberry and watermelon, which also go really well with cheese.
Now, this is my favorite. I love smoked salmon.
Salmon. I love salmon. And I like to serve smoked salmon over New Year's for 2 reasons. One is that I don't have to cook anything. So it's done. Open the package and I can put it out, right?
Right.
Very easy. It also goes really well with sparkling wine. And if there's any left over, I can slap it on some bagels the next
morning. Or scramble them in your eggs.
Yeah.
All right, what do we do for non-alcoholic beverages, which I probably should have drank?
Tasted.
Drinking.
Sipped. Actually sipped.
What a lightweight I am when it comes to that. Oh my
there are so many great non-alcoholic options now. Martinelli's makes a great apple cider. This is an apple cranberry. Welch's also does a great sparkling white grape. So good. This is a San Pellegrino, as in like the sparkling water.
so good.
And they do a limonada and a blood orange.
Blood orange soda.
And you can pour this in a flute. It's a bright, festive color. Kids like it. And it's also a really good cocktail mixer, too.
I didn't know that, Martin, these are unusual. This is sparkling cider. Well, we know that, but this one is...
I love you guys.
Hey, Droopy Eyes over
One
there.
of these. Yeah.
I hope there's a designated host.
I don't understand why. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't know. This is why I can only
What do
take
you
like
say?
2 sips and feel like a little wonky. I don't get it.
I have a question.
Sure.
In all seriousness, but like if your guest is serving something sweet like the lava cakes,
Yes.
would you stay away from a champagne at the
No, actually, you would want to do a sweet with a sweet. And that's why I didn't bring a dessert, because I knew you were going to be on the trip. But I did bring something to pair with that. This is Barefoot Red Moscato. So sparkling Moscatos are also on fire, too. We can open this one, too.
I love Moscato.
It's got some really bright red cherry flavors, sweet, goes really well.
What would be
with
a
cupcakes.
huge faux pas? I mean, the biggest, idiot move you could possibly make.
Hitting me in the head with
That would be a big with champagne that everyone would just go, oh God, really?
You know, it's really kind of hard to do. Champagne kind of pairs with so many different things. It pairs with salads. You could also have it with your main course, too. One faux pas that you were talking about before is if you bring a bottle of champagne and then, like, you don't get to it and then you
And then they take it back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Mark.
Why did you say pointed at me? Oh, you meant it at you.
We just
Yeah,
witnessed
that's
it.
enough for you.
yeah.
Mark, we just witnessed the faux pas.
Sorry, you didn't
that's
get
okay.
so much on there.
Beautiful.
I just witnessed the faux pas.
I love Moscato.
You sure you want to try it again?
Cheers. Happy
Yeah,
New Year. Good health. Good health.
But if you have a lot of leftover champagne at the end of the night, I always like to bottle it up. I got these at Bed Bath & Beyond. You just pop it in there and it kind of will
Does it keep
preserve.
the fuzzies in
It'll
there?
keep, it'll keep the fizz, it keeps it from releasing.
Right.
So you can put those on top and you could have a Bellini bar the next day.
I love that.
Fantastic. For more on Kim, you can visit our website, our Pinterest site, pinterest.com/home and family TV. And Kim's 101 champagne cocktails available now at Amazon.com.
Yay!
All right, well, if Kim is up next, rather, if Tanya's not too loopy, she's going to take us and show us.
I have 3 of these in front of me, but no.
Put it back on the rails.
I'm about to show you how to have so much fun with your kids and a playing dough. All different kinds of color, like champagne, right?
Car service?
Super.